Hey, what is up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another live stream, an impromptu live stream. It's been kind of a bad day for me in my head, so I've been having a headache, but we're muscling through. You guys don't care to hear about that. I wanted to talk about the Marvel Legends figures that were revealed several days ago, a week ago, not that long ago, and everybody's been talking about it, and this is something that I didn't want to be silent on. I feel like it's one of those things where if I'm quiet about it, it's saying something, and I have no intentions of being quiet about anything that Hasbro does at all. So I wanted to address how I felt about the figures. I'm right there with everybody else where I thought we were going to get a Build-A-Figure wave. It is storming like crazy in this garage right now, and I do have a Whatnot stream going live in an hour. I have a mint on card Serpentor. The pre-bid for that's only $20, and I have a whole bunch of brand new McFarlane Toys figures, doubles, and I also have some Transformers, and I have other stuff. You can see I was going through my bins over here trying to find stuff that I could part with. So I'm selling some food. What's up, fool? I almost just said I'm selling some food today. But what's up, Steve? How you doing, man? Good to see you in here. Bro, are you going to the toy show this April 1st and 2nd over in San Jose? Yeah, I think it's in San Jose, Santa Clara Fairground area thing. But yeah, let's how y'all doing? Ryomi04, how are you? How are you? What up, Power Turtle Busters figure reviews? What up, though? The Ben Reilly Spider-Man have the big eyes like Marvel vs. Capcom Spider-Man? Yeah, I think so. Let's go ahead and pull the pictures up. I only have an hour here, so let's make the most of this 1 hour live stream, and then we're gonna go straight over to Whatnot right afterwards. Let me make one change over here though, because I wanted to include the in case anybody was interested in this. So hold on, just a technical adjustment right here. I have to save this here, and then I'm just gonna go. Oh my god, it is storming outside. So let me just get this oh, and I want to pull up the images of everything. Okay, there we go. Let me get this presentation squared away right here. God, my left ear feels like someone just like poured water in my left ear hole. It is quite unpleasant. All right, so let's see if I can get a picture in picture. Right, douche. Is that what I'm going for? I guess this will be fine. I was kind of going for a half and half kind of thing. I need to get the Streamlabs. I have StreamYard, but now I want to get Streamlabs because I feel like this is, I don't know, not as fluid as it is for other people that have the StreamYard or Streamlabs. Okay, big picture right here. I think you like to see the figures more than my pretty face, and I really dolled myself up today for you guys, but unfortunately it's not sufficient enough as it's not doing it for you guys like how it is the figures. So understandable. I can't be mad at you guys for that one. All right, let's go to the tab right over here. Let's start with so I'm gonna piss off hella people by saying this right from the beginning. Okay, let's get the positive side out of the way first. Let's talk about the good thing with not having a Build-A-Figure wave with this particular set of figures. The good thing about this is that you don't have to worry about missing out on a Build-A-Figure passing on these figures right here. You can pass on any one of these, and it's going to make it real easy for you. All right? It's going to be real easy to just say no to a whole bunch of these figures. And to be honest with you, I'm not really that stoked about all the like. I really don't care to own all of these. Like they're not all doing it for me. And I gotta say, the biggest disappointment for me, and I think the one I've heard a lot of people talk about, is Tarantula. Let's just get this now. If you saw my reveal video, I didn't like the bandana, the mask. I complained about that right away. I showed comic images and um and that head sculpt is the thing that really disappoints me more than anything else. Like I said in my orb review, if it's an obscure character and they're reusing an older body mold, it doesn't bother me as much if it fits. Okay? But in this particular situation, the Renew Your Vows body mold would have been better. Because what you have here are pinned arms with colors. See, look at this. Can you see this on the inside of his arm right there? Is that coming through in the live stream? The inside of his arm is black, and then when it's supposed to be red right there, and it's not suiting. Like this is one of those times where it's like, you know what? The Renew Your Vows body mold would have really been a much better choice for this tarantula than what we're seeing right over here. Thank you very much, Just Plain Steve. I got all but Elektra. Not a big fan of her outfit as Daredevil. That is one that I'm actually pretty interested in. That's one I want. That's one of the ones I want. But we'll touch on Elektra next. We'll do Elektra next. We'll talk about Tarantula more in just a moment. So the Renew Your Vows body mold would have been preferred because of the pin issues. This is one where it hurts not having the pinless joints, because you could see that right there. The color blue is wrong, like full on, just straight up wrong. He never had. I think I heard somebody talk about like this is possibly like a contemporary version, but it's not the case. There is no version where he just had a blue mask. It's like all the gloves, the boots, and the mask either all had like a comic blue highlight to it, or it was blue with a black highlight to it. But the gloves, boots, and mask were all consistent. Like there's no version of this guy where we have just a blue mask on the freaking tarantula. It just doesn't exist. But prove me wrong though. I haven't read every single comic, but I have been reading a lot of Spectacular Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man books, old ones, with the tarantula in there. Which, by the way, now let's go back to pissing people off. He has two goons that have a similar attire to him. It would have been nice if it was a good figure. It would have been, well, you can't make those goons because the stinger toes right there. But that's just one where I was like, yeah, maybe I could use the old school. I'm trying to make sense out of it, and yeah, it's just I just keep hitting a brick wall. I've been wanting an updated tarantula for a long while, so it's like one of those things where the fanboy wants to like it, but the logic nerve centers right here keep getting pissed off. You know what I mean? So it's like the fanboy keeps wanting. I liked tarantula since I was a kid. Basically, that was one of the characters that I was just really attracted to the character. I thought he looked really cool and everything, and him jumping around with those giant spikes on his feet, I thought that was just cool. So I have an attachment to the character, and by any means, I do not want to be bummed out about this guy, but yeah, I'm bummed out about it. So I'm gonna have to repaint it as soon as I get it. Oh, the other thing, and I didn't touch on this as much as I did in the reveal video, but these zigzaggy bandanas right here are just god awful. That's just an awful sculpt design. And then the eyes aren't supposed to look like Spider-Man eyes. It's its own thing. It's more regular peeping eyes than, more regular eye slits than full-on Spider-Man mask eyes right there. So I don't know what the hell happened here. Like it looks like a sculptor went rogue and they didn't have time to review anything and just said, cool. I don't know what happened here. But let's move on. I could talk about this tarantula for a long time. Oh, yeah. And of course, Andrew, zero accessories. This is another thing I wanted to touch on. Not only does he not have the accessories, but check this out. This is the one that stings is when you look at the packaging, the pose that he's on in the box, he's got an open hand right there, dude. Like, oh, come on, dude. At least put him in a pose, or at least have the artist draw him with two fists instead of having one hand open. So, okay, cool. You cannot even recreate the image that's on the frickin' front of the box. So, a lot of frustration there. Sorry, Paul Harding. You've done amazing things, but this one is not my favorite, bro. It looks like you. It looks like you either got reference material from somewhere that is obscure, or there's just a lack of research involved here. But it's just, I don't like it. I'm sorry, I don't like it. I really don't like it. I'm sorry. I like to talk as though these people are in the room with me when I criticize. I'm giving constructive criticism here. I'm talking about specifics. It's not just, oh, that's just trash, Paul Harding. No, I have reference material to back up what I'm saying. I'm coming from a place of genuine critique over here, instead of me just bashing for the sake of bashing, which I don't think anybody's actually like just really doing that. Getting tired of the Sunfire body mold. At least use a superior octopus body mold with Shang-Chi's shoulders. I disagree. Again, renew your vows body for this one. We need the pinless joints on this particular figure because you have the mixed matched colors on the elbows, you know? So pinless for this one. It should have been pinless for me. It is storming like crazy outside, you guys. It is nuts. Again, I do said the weather's nuts, and then I disappeared for a second. He is not on the Renew Your Vows body. He is not on the Renew Your Vows. I'm back. I hope you guys could see that I'm back. But he's not on the Renew Your Vows body. It's on the Sunfire body mold, which I wouldn't mind if the deco would fit. When the deco matches, it doesn't bother me as much. All right. Just Plain Steve picked up all the figures except for this Elektra Daredevil. One thing I like about these promo shots is that is she supposed to have this little thing on her chest? It looks like a moko. Like she has this weird moko on her chest. And I don't know if that's like a lapel mic or what. Like, what is that? You know what I'm talking about? Is it in the 3D renders? I can't get close enough right there, but it's just a little weird detail that I noticed. It looks like a little moko on the DD right there. I don't know if they're doing that so that they know that that's their product sample for their photographer or what. But anyway, this one I like. I know it's not a new character, but I'm seeing a lot of newly sculpted stuff over here that does make me happy to see. I don't remember seeing that lower torso before. The upper torso looks new. I feel like all of it is brand new. They did say all of it was brand new. I'm sorry. They mentioned that in the live stream that it's all new. So because of that, it excites me. I like what I'm seeing over here. I do. I'm pretty happy with how the figure looks. If she came with an unmasked head, that would have been awesome. I would have really liked to have had that, but I still think this looks very cool. But I'm astounded at the lack of accessories over here, though, too. For $25.99 at Big Bad Toy Store, some places it's $24.99. But yeah, lack of interchangeable hands is frustrating for sure. and no Build-A-Figure piece. Now this, okay, now here's the thing people have been complaining about. It's not a retro figure, but they're making up this retro thing over here. I don't know if they're trying to appease the consumer base that hates the windowless packaging. So them opening the doors to new figures getting windowless packaging makes sense to me, that they're trying to satisfy customers that are pissed off about the windowless packaging. Now, you guys have heard me talk about how for Transformers collectors, it's not that big of a deal. I don't feel the same way and have the same kind of faith in my Takara Tomy figures from Masterpiece as I do with Marvel Legends. It's not one in one. Like, I'm used to not being able to go to the store and buy a Transformers Masterpiece figure. So, but for 20 years, I've been buying Marvel Legends, looking at them in the box and going through and getting the crispiest of crispy paint apps. So that's why it's a thing for me with Marvel Legends and not so much with Transformers Masterpiece. That's the variation right there. That's the difference right there. Another Nick is saying that it seems like Hasbro is slowly killing off the Build-A-Figure. Man, that would disappoint me if they were, but I like having Build-A-Figures. I like Build-A-Figures. That's I think it's cool that they're doing the deluxe thing, but who knows? Like, what kind of changes, like the changes that they're making. I wish they were more transparent about what they're doing. That's one thing that really frustrates me with Hasbro, is I feel like they're not as transparent as they could be, man. And because of that, it creates a lot of speculation. Like, it would be nice if they had said something about that during the live stream so that we could like have an idea what's going on. But this figure looks good. So this is a pickup for me. That's 2 pickups for me out of the set. Tarantula I'm going to get and repaint, because you know what? I like the character a lot, and I know I'm going to have to repaint it. And to be honest with you, I may buy, an off-market head sculpt. Beltran Bros are probably going to make a better head sculpt that I'll be able to buy later on. So, shout out Beltran Bros. They do amazing third-party head sculpts. Challenge you, Beltran Bros. Come on, Beltran Hermanos. You got this. I like having Build-A-Figures too, but I'm worried that they're going to get less Build-A-Figures again like last year. Yeah, it may happen. It may happen. Sorry about that. I'm still here. I am still here. I am disappointed because it's characters I don't want, but happy for those who wanted. Not all releases will make everyone happy. Well, that's the beauty of them not going with the Build-A-Figure, is that you can just pass on a whole bunch of them. You know what I mean? And back. Sorry about that, you guys. Shartimus, definitely read the Zdarsky run sometime soon before you get Elektra. Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll check it out. Sweet. Transparency, yes, 100%. I knew we would get bare minimum, but not getting my hopes up for bad would have had me buy the whole wave. I wish they did tigers like G.I. Joe did yesterday. Didn't really grasp all of that. I like the fact that they are all card backed. However, I don't think they all deserve the retro title, as a lot of them are modern. Well, that's the thing, is I think they're trying to appease collectors that don't want windowless packaging. So I think what's going to happen is, if people are buying less Marvel Legends, they're going to make less Marvel Legends. That's how this works. So I think with the backlash from price increases, unsatisfied customers, I think people have been buying less. I hear people say they're buying less and less all the time. It's a little different for me. I buy stuff not just for the collection. I also buy stuff because I want to review it and help my viewers decide whether it's worth it or not for them. But just looking at the release of these figures over here, they're not all uh they're not all must gets for me for sure. You know, like these are not all figures that I have to have. So, like for instance, let's look at the Ben Reilly Spider-Man. This one. At first, I was into it. I gotta be honest. At first, I was like, you know what? I love Spider-Man. Having this different design, even though I'm not familiar with the books with Ben Reilly looking like this so much, I think this is a newer thing. Um, like this could be a pickup for me. That's what I was thinking at first. But the head sculpt I like less and less. Like the more I look at it, this head sculpt doesn't look right to me. I don't know what's going on. Excuse me, but it's shaped really weird. Like it's really wide. The eyes are huge, and that's a design choice. I've seen comics where it kind of looks like that. So cool, but it's so far off from what it like the width of the head is just out of proportion with the rest of the body. You guys know how I feel. Big head. Can we agree on the big head this time? Are we gonna fight this one again? Are we gonna get in a little tussle about the big head thing again, you guys? Does this head not look too big to you? The fuck, man? I mean, come on. That's huge. Yeah. We got BHFS. BHFS to the fullest over here. Thank you, James Murphy. And you know what, man? I am appalled that anybody disagrees with me on that ultimate cap. It's driving me crazy. I showed it to my brother. He's an artist, and he's like, dude, the head's too big. And I'm like, exactly. Just because your muscles get bigger doesn't mean your skull grows. Your skull stays the same size. The muscles get bigger, but your bones don't change in mass when you get muscles, dude. And then the lack of, and then it's here's a big problem with, okay, what figure was it? I think it was the Renew Your Vows, or it was the first appearance Spider-Man, where they proudly were no, I will. Okay, wait, hold on a sec. Fuck you, I'll say what I want. I will say what I want. Leave the crying about proportions to Anthony's Customs. Get out, Jordan. Get out. I say what I want to say on my channel, okay? You could, then you go to Anthony's Customs, and I say this in jest. I don't really mean it, man. But for real, dude, I get to say what I want on my channel. You don't tell me if I don't want to criticize. I'll criticize what I want to criticize, okay? I'm going to get defensive about that. Don't tell me to leave the crying to Anthony's Customs. No. I'll say what I want on my channel, okay? You disgusted me. I love you too, Matias. But for real, I'm triggered. Someone's trying to censor me. Don't try to censor me on my own channel, dude. Come on. This guy's trying to censor me on my own YouTube channel. Look at that. Get out of here. Get out of here. Now, I've had a migraine today, so I am a little on edge, all right? I'm feeling better right now, but it's been, you know, it's been not an easy day for me. But for real, anybody trying to censor me, it triggers me hella bad. There's something wrong with everything from it. I wouldn't call it hot garbage, but I don't blame you for saying that. I can't say what you want to say. Anthony's more proportion snob, though. I mean, sure, he does sculpting and stuff. You know what I mean? All right, he takes it back. He's not trying to censor me. All right, well, then stick around, Jordan. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Okay? I'm glad we all have thick skin here because, you know, I get teased on the internet a lot. So it's like if I throw back a little bit, please take it with a grain of salt, you guys. All right? I'm assuming I'm, you know. Oh, okay. I don't know about. I mean, I get what he's saying. He's just saying, hey, that's supposed to be Anthony's thing. But, you know, I do that. I've been doing that forever too. Okay, it's not Anthony's thing. It's a lot of people's thing to criticize the figures. Okay, so the Ben Reilly Spider-Man's not coming out with the full set of interchangeable hands. All right. Last thing I want to say about this freaking thing, aside from the giant head, is I thought we were past this. Dwight made it sound like we're past it when they revealed the Amazing Fantasy and the Renew Your Vows. Like, aha, we have now changed our ways, and we are giving, thwippers, fisters, and slappers, and now basketball head. Yeah, basketball head. Yeah. Don't I have this figure around here somewhere? Every time I look at it, the head looks too big to me. I just don't see how people don't notice that. Like, it drives me nuts when I look at it. And there's so many good things about the figure too. It just needs a smaller head, and the paint and the blue is just completely off. But you know what I mean. It. I feel like I'm alone on this one, man, or that there's not that many people with me on this whole thing with this figure, but whatever. We all can't agree. It'd be a weird society if we all just agreed on everything blindly, right? So, hey, we all have our own opinions. Yeah, I finally got that 2-pack on sale. So there's my rating. I'll wait for the Black Friday sale, and I did. I waited for their Hasbro warehouse sale, and I finally ordered it. So there you go. 26 for this. Looks like a bit not funny joke. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it should have a complete set of hands. I don't know why we're getting an odd set like that. And what's also really weird to me is like how, like, I know how it works when they produce these things. There's a mold. Like, the molds are made with like complete sets of hands for the most part. From my understanding, from talking to a factory, it's like they put it all together, and then they make all the hands together. So like, where are all the extra what's that, the left wall crawling hands and the extra right whipping hands gone? Like, where are they? Hey, we got 300 people in this room right now, you guys. Big thanks to everybody for coming through. I do appreciate that. That's a good number for my live streams. But let's move on to the next figure. So this one is going to be this one. I'm interested in reviewing it. It may be a triple R, which review, repackage, and return. Like, sell it to somebody else, or if it was in the store, return it, and review, repackage, return, or resell is the better way. Should be the better term. Review, repackage, resell. That's as a reviewer, that's my own take on this one right here. If I like it more than I expect after I open it, then I might keep it. But for right now, it's a triple R. So if you hear me say triple R, that's what that means. Same thing with the Spider-Woman. This is another triple R right here. I don't like Spider-Woman enough to want to get every version of Spider-Woman. And I think it's an interesting design. It's a cool enough design, but not necessarily, and she's got the pinless joints, so I do like that. And I am a sucker for the figures with the pinless joints. Definitely looks like a reused head, reused body mold, nothing new. She comes with interchangeable hands, though, right? Okay, so she does come with interchangeable hands. No effects for her stinging powers or anything, so that's annoying, but, she does come with the interchangeable hands. Thank God. But there's like almost no paint on the figure. It's almost an all black figure, and it's an older head. And again, I think this retro style packaging for new characters or new designs is just trying to make the windowless packaging haters happy, And for me, I do prefer this kind of packaging over the windowless. Like, I think it is better this way. But for a cost, though, they did mention that this packaging costs more than the other packaging. So it's like I have to pay extra to get the windowless packaging, man. I don't want to pay extra for windowless packaging. It's getting to a point now where if they just put it in a bag and mail it to me, then I may just be sad. If it's gonna be like that, you know what? Just put the figures in a little Ziploc bag or a little wax paper bag and send it on over. You know what I mean? Like it could be that. Nick, yeah, perfect point right there. But do you prefer this packaging over a bath? Because it seems like that was the trade. To be honest with you, no, I prefer the bath. I would prefer the bath than the packaging. Honestly, for me, I have not had any nightmare experiences, knock on wood, but I've luckily haven't had nightmare experiences. So for me, I would prefer to have the Build-A-Figure piece over that. Mike D at ShartimusPrime, off topic, but what do you think if McFarlane took over Legends? I don't want anybody who's making DC figures to also make Marvel figures. I don't. I mean, like import figures is fine, but like for American retail, I like having the different figures. If McFarlane made Marvel Legends, wouldn't they be 7-inch scale? It seems like that's their thing. It's got a Iman says, yeah, it's growing on me, but all I really need is the classic suit design, which you could, yeah, $25 figure without accessories and no bath. Come on, Hasbro, you can do better than that. Agreed. Now, so that one's a pass for like, so that's a triple R for me. Spider-Woman, triple R. I have at least 3 triple Rs here. The Ben Reilly, the Spider-Woman, and then the Miles Morales. This I am just not familiar with. I'm not trying to be gross for the sake of being gross, but it looks like he has 2 penises right here. I'm just saying he's got 2 little dingies hanging out. Right from below there, and I'm saying, like, what is with the double penis thing? Is weird, all right? A little bit weird, but I didn't put them there, okay? I'm just saying this guy's got 2 little swingies. Hey, he's got tooth whippers right there. So this one does come with tooth whippers for sure, hanging down there. But okay, in all seriousness, what the heck is this? Is this a Gen Z thing of attire right here? I don't know what kind of hoodie this is. Is this like a snow thing? Like in California, we don't really get a whole ton of snow. So maybe it's like is it like a ski mask built into a hoodie? Like, I don't know what this is, bro. And why would you need that covering your face if you already have a mask on? That doesn't make any sense to me. This design throws me off. I'm not fond of this design. Now it looks like we're getting younger body parts, pinless legs right there. I think those are new legs, new young male teenage legs. So that's good to have that they'll probably reuse for other figures. He does have the thwipping hands, no wall crawling hands, though. Yeah, dude, why? That's. I will appreciate the logo sculpted on there instead of just tampoed on there. So this is like a one and done. Brand new, unique sculpt here that can not be reused for anything else. They really do need to make a Spider-Man figure with the classic design with sculpted cobweb pattern. How does this get a unique sculpt, but we still don't have a classic Spider-Man with a unique sculpt? That's bizarre. We have a Shocker figure, single use. We have the Mark 1 armor Spider-Man, single use. But like cobweb pattern classic Spider-Man suit, that could be reused for a bunch of different stuff. And no, we don't have it. No wall crawling hands. And then for this particular character, an even bigger oh, what? Is this the drawing? Oh, he's got a COVID mask on. That's what this is? but it's not even painted different so that you could tell that it's a mask over a mask. I am confused. So it doesn't even look accurate to the drawing right here. I don't know what's going on. I'm not familiar with this suit design at all, so it's just throwing me off in every which way. And then we got this thing with the feet that I hate. I've mentioned this before. We got the banana boot thing. It's going to make it trickier to stand, I think. I can foresee that. When I don't care if it does that in real life or not. For an action figure, you need your feet flat on the floor so it can stand properly. So that it's the jacket. I mean, is it? Yeah. What is this design? I don't. And you know what? I'm still playing the PS4 Spider-Man and Miles Morales game with my kids, and there's a whole ton of cool design suits for Miles in there that they could have used instead of this one. I think it's a COVID mask, though. It looked like it was a COVID mask. Yeah, and a lot of people want that Ultimate Spider-Man re-released, so there you go. Banana peely feet. Yeah. So yeah, there's sorry everybody. It's this weather. The weather is kicking me off the stream. This weather. It's the weather. It's this weather. It's not me accidentally hitting the back button on the wrong tab. It's this horrible weather. It's not me being a moron. Hasbro got to him. They unplugged the stream. Russ, it's not a COVID mask. If you look up Miles Morales' new suit, you'll see the inspiration. Okay, let's pull it up right now. Let's Oh, he's got a backpack here. Should have come with that. Let's take a look. I am seeing so many things here that I'm not seeing on the figure. Okay. Wow. The shoes. The shoes on the action figure are just red. It's just all red. So no deco for the shoes. These are white and black. And it's not even tights. It's sweatpants. On the figure, it's tights. It looks like it's tights on the figure instead of sweatpants. Oh no, man. Ah. Oh man. I guess this image right here looks a little bit more like the figure. So it's a turtleneck hoodie without a hood. Okay. This is from the game. Is that where this came from? I'm on Reddit over here. You see what I'm looking at, right? I'm just trying to make sense of this. Yeah, Lazar, we talked about it. That one, yeah, I'm repulsed by it, to be honest with you. Okay, so this is how he looks in the comics now. Sure. Okay, the feet look all red right there. Looks more like tights. Okay, so there are images where it does match. Okay, all right. Well, when you see it like this, it does match the figure a little better. Why would you want these all over the place though while you're swinging around? I don't know. Whatever. I don't like the design choice. I'm sorry. I don't have to like it. Not a big fan of the design choice. Sorry, but definitely not sorry. I don't have to like everything. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not, Okay, so now I'm a little bit more educated on the source of it. I'm if you like it, I'm not hating, man. All right. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. Let's go back to BBTS. And so triple R, review, repackage, resell. That's going to be my I got 3 of them. The Elektra Daredevil, I want to get. The Miles, I foresee a triple R. The Tarantula is me hating myself for buying it because I know I'm going to have to customize it as soon as I get it, or buy ahead from the Beltran Bros. Spider-Woman, triple R. Chasm. Not really that familiar with Chasm, but I'm down. I'm seeing the pin joints where I wish we had the pinless joints, but I tend to be a sucker for the new characters, and Chasm. I would like to add Chasm to the collection. This one I wish was on a Renew Your Vows body mold more so than the Ben Riley. I wish if they could have only picked one. Gotcha, Hasbro. Gotcha. Okay. Just caught Hasbro in what appears to be like some BS. Listen to this. Listen to this. Question, Hasbro. We have asked, why do you give us certain figures with the Renew Your Vows body mold, but you don't with, and then you give the Sunfire body mold to others? Why? Why not give this one the Renew Your Vows body mold also? Or why not give this, or Tarantula the Renew Your Vows body mold also? And the explanation for that is that they can only produce so many figures at a time with the tooling that's available. That's their explanation behind it. Then explain to me why we have 2 Sunfire body mold figures in the same wave, but only 1 Renew Your Vows body mold in this wave. Huh? Why? How did we get 2 Sunfire body molds? That excuse doesn't work now, right? Just saying. Just saying. That was the explanation behind it. And I'm seeing 2 Sunfire body mold figures in the same wave and only 1 Renew Your Vows Spider-Man body mold in this wave. Wish we had gotten a Renew Your Vows body mold on both the Tarantula and Chasm over here. They both need it. Especially for me, preferring having new characters. It's a big bummer because I really wish that we'd gotten that body mold with the or with Renew Your Vows body mold with Tarantula. They could have just made the feet in another mold and swapped the feet out. You know what I mean? I don't know why they couldn't have done it. But anyway, or just given the Renew Your Vows to the new character. I personally I definitely want Chasm over the Ben Riley for sure. Head sculpt looks good. Paint apps look pretty solid on him. You know, he does come with effects. I'm not familiar enough with him to know what exactly is missing. I'm sure there's something missing, though. I'm sure there's something missing from the figure. Head looks a little big to me, just saying, but not enough for me to be outraged by it at the moment. There we go. Chasm is one that I want, though. That is one that I do want. And then the Rose, the best figure from the wave without a doubt. But here's the discrepancy. When it's on the box, that's where it really bums me out, is when it's on the box itself. This coat on the figure goes down a lot lower. To me, it looks like it's going down a lot lower than his jacket on the cover. Like, I don't know why they went with this. I don't know if this is like a particular design choice where he did have this look at one point and they just didn't include that look on the cover, but I thought it was just a regular suit. I just thought it was just a regular suit jacket, and this is just way too long. Like it needs to be cut just a little bit higher for it to be the right length. Also, that hinders articulation. You're going to get less of an ab crunch forward with that than you would if it was shorter. So that's another frustrating thing. So that bums me out. Well, I give him 2 guns if he can't duel with them. And he only has 1 gun holding hand, but comes with 2 guns on top of it. Good point, Jordan. What the hell? Let's zoom in. Yeah, he's got a pointing finger. Or is that a rose holding finger? He's got a gun holding hand and a rose holding hand, right? Is that what this pointing finger looking hand is? Let's look at more of the images. Oh, shit. It's not a rose holding hand at all. It's just a pointing finger hand. Why? What? Like the bullseye hand? Why? Why? I didn't realize that. Weird. So weird. Why? So why not include 2 gun holding hands? Bizarre. Or save yourself the plastic and make another thwipping hand or wall crawling hand for one of those Spidey figures that are missing a hand. Weird. I do like seeing the new suit parts on this guy, though. The pinless joints on the legs and knees are finally all there. But this is a problem. See how the legs are getting in the way of the coat? Bam, right there. And so that is already causing it to bunch up and make it lift above the shoulders, just like the Mr. Knight figure. That was like the one issue we had with the Mr. Knight figure, but it's still happening here. Like if they did this choice to help prevent that from happening, that would make more sense to me, but it's still happening right there. So that's a bummer. Wow. I think it's a lack. I think it's a lack of oversight. He looks like he's wearing a potato sack. Yeah. So I'm definitely gonna get it still, and I think I'm gonna customize it and try to cut that coat off, cut a bit of that coat off. But yeah, it's this whole set right here could have used to build a figure, and I think it would have made pretty much all of us feel different about the whole wave if it did come with the build a figure. I like how the shoes look. The head sculpt looks pretty good to me. Looks a little big. They all look a little big to me right now. Okay, I'm not going to get over it. It's just they all look a little on the big side to me. And I obviously do have a thing with people with big heads, but people, when people are thin, you got to understand that when people are a little bit thin, like if you have somebody who's like a track runner body type, somebody who's very fit and thin, like their head is going to look big. Like their heads look big, But if you have somebody that's really big and massive and bulky muscle, their heads tend to look a little smaller. That's just the nature of the muscle mass affecting your perspective. If you're a little overweight like me, that my head won't look as big. But if I were to lose weight and lose a lot of my body fat, then my head will look a lot bigger. Like my brother lost a whole ton of weight and his head looks big. I laugh at him now. Like, your head looks all big now because you're all skinny. He's all thin and his head looks big. But if my brother were to get hella buffed, his head would kind of get smaller. Or if he were to get overweight again, his head's going to look a little bit smaller. So for this guy, it doesn't really bother me. It doesn't really bother me. But on freaking Steve Rogers, it bothers me because this guy's hella buffed. And his head looks big. It makes him look like a baby in cosplay to me a little bit sometimes. But it's still an excellent figure if they painted it right. I would have liked it a lot more if it was the right color. The head sculpt can't change. I want to repaint it myself. I may get an extra one just to repaint. I got a loose joint on the knee right over there. All right, we got like 9 minutes left of this stream, and then we're gonna go to whatnot. I have a Serpentor, brand new Serpentor I'm selling, but I was thinking let's do a quick Q&A thing. No super chat needed, even though I do accept the super chats. They do go a long way. They help me keep this gig going, but you don't have to do super chat for a Q&A session. So let's do like a 9-minute Q&A, and then hopefully I'll see you guys over on whatnot. I have a couple of Marvel Legends, McFarlane toys, and I have other stuff I'm going to add to that stream. So if you got any questions, does it stand for France? If you have any questions or anything you want to ask me, just face to face, anything you wanted to address with me, anything in particular, one on one right now, let's go. I am here for any questions you may have for me. 12 inches, just going to get it out of the way right there. No, I'm just kidding. All right. And then everybody left. Oh, they got scared. I'm used to it. It happens. My views on Dorkside Toys. I really think the Dorkside Toys thing happened. I really think Hasbro Pulse selling their figures is making it harder for smaller companies to make it for real. I think that's what really knocked them out of business more than anything. See, Pedro. See, this is what I'm talking about. I tell jokes. Pedro over here, I'm assuming Latino. I make jokes, and I feel like white people get so mad, and then Latinos laugh, and then it's just like, it's just the cultural differences. But I'm sure white people laugh too, you know. But I'm half white. I always kind of notice these things. But thoughts on the McFarlane Batmobile for $100, under $100, looks amazing to me. That looks absolutely stellar to me. I am actually surprised as hell that they're able to sell that for so cheap, and it looks good. Why has there been no Spider-Man Build-A-Figure wave since 2021? Interesting point. I don't work for Hasbro. They never sent me money ever, so I don't know. And it seats 7-inch figures. That is stellar. Yeah, that's amazing. No, McFarlane's doing amazing stuff, man, for sure. Do you feel that Cosmic Marvel has been under represented in the line? Yes. Yeah, outside of Fantastic Four, there hasn't been a whole lot. I feel like they're waiting for the Fantastic Four movies to come out. I think that's what's going to happen. ¿Hablas español, güey? No, no puedo. I speak some Spanish. I get by. If you were to drop me off in the middle of anywhere in South America, I will survive. I will find a job. I will work. I will make it happen. But my Spanish no es mi primer idioma, entonces hay muchas palabras que no puedo decir. Hay cosas gramáticas que yo falta explicar bien or hablar bien. So you can see I'm already screwing it up. My Spanish isn't so good. There's a lot of words I don't know. There's grammatical mistakes I make, like how I just did right there when I was speaking Spanish. But I do work on my Spanish. I listen to YouTube videos in Spanish to help me with my Spanish, and I'll talk to my mom in Spanish, and my abuelita, I talk to her only in Spanish. So I practice my Spanish, but it's not the best. I did my Mexico City unboxing panel in Spanish. So I went through the whole panel just speaking only in Spanish. So I can get through, but I'm not fluent. Andres, thank you, man. Hey, thank you. What's your ulam Perry? I don't know what that means. That Farley needs to stop the diaper design. Yes, they need to change that for sure. Absolutely. Oh, my beer Spanish is fluent. Dos Equis, por favor. You got it. You got it. Tecate, por favor. Corona. Los Coronas. Double Dong Morales. Yeah. Family's not doing too well right now, man. They're sick. They're all sick but me, and I had a headache today. My oldest is better. My youngest is sick. My wife is sick, which makes the day stressful because now I'm trying to make videos and drive the kids to school and pick the kids up from school. Or my oldest, youngest one stayed home from school because she's sick. But yeah. Yo, Shart, Lord Megatron. Oh, my cousin's nemesis. Yo, Shart, when you talk about new reveals, you upload your video same day and use the new figs as the thumbnail. That spoils the reveal for those of us who can't watch it so early in the morning. Oh, really? That upsets people. Holy shit. I try not to put every single figure in the thumbnail. I apologize for that. I try to leave some of the figures out, but this is a business for me, dude. I need your attention. I need to get people to watch stuff. So if I'm doing something to try to get people's attention, it's because I'm trying to feed my family, bro. I gotta make videos eye-catching, you know? That Vane is Mexican. Oh, Bane is not Mexican. Bane is from a Caribbean country that doesn't exist. It's like from like Puerto Rico, but not Puerto Rico. I think it's a made up country. Who will be the next big time letdown punching bag? Ooh, we will see. We will see. I not know. Hey, I'm glad you liked the drum intro. Thank you. I've been wanting to I need one more Stunticon. I just need my favorite one breakdown. I don't know. I don't work for Hasbro. Never been paid by Hasbro. They've never sent me any money. Neither has Target. I don't know. I really liked Ant-Man 3 a lot. I really did enjoy it. And would you like to see another new pinless Green Goblin? Because the retro one and previous is garbage, in my opinion. I don't know about the one before the retro one being garbage, but I wasn't a big fan of the one. The latest retro, mushroom eyes, Green Goblin. Like, oh my god, those eyes were so dilated. It blows my mind that thing sells for as much as it does. Thank you, Colt Kid. Can you rank the Joe reveals and 3 most wanted Joes? No, that I have 1 minute left of this stream and then I gotta go, bro. But the ones that I pre-ordered all of them. The Pulse exclusive Snow Dude. I don't know their names too well. I'm more of a fan of the figures than the lore, which I know is a weird thing to say. It could be a aftershock. I used to live in Orange County. Oh no, it's a wind. We have a storm. We have a huge storm over here. So came from Alaska and it's over here now. But from the new, I want to genuinely answer. The scrap iron. Shipwreck looks dope to me. I mean, I really like the classified stuff. You guys, Torpedo. Look, I am a sucker for these military figures, man. I've always wanted something like this. So, G.I. Joe Classified and Action Force, both, like, I think are doing a killer job. Like, I really, so I think they're both doing great. And, so I'm in Northern California, San Francisco Bay Area. That's right. Oh, God. Jordan, we started this stream with me being upset with you. But now I hope we can be best friends because you gave me the best question anyone has ever asked me in my entire life, man. I love you for that. You just painted a picture in my head that I never had before. Because you're saying one or the other, but I'm saying to myself, why not both? And that image right now just entered my brain, and I'm just like, that fantasy is just so amazing. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy to help. We all know how my night is going to end, right? But to answer your question, I don't know, because I've never seen J-Lo in person. I've seen ScarJo in person, and I don't know how I would react. I have to see him I have to see J-Lo in person. So we'll see. But I am leaning a little bit more towards ScarJo because she's been a celebrity crush longer. I've been a fan of hers since Ghost World, you know, and so I was like, since Ghost World, I was like, oh damn, you know, and we're like, I think like, she's only a couple years younger than me, so it's all fantasy anyway. But it's ScarJo. But top 3 figures you want to see on the new Black Widow mold. Ooh, Yelena Belova with an exposed midriff. That would be great. It may look wonky with articulation, but still. Yeah. But hey, I got to get running, you guys. I have to hop on Whatnot. Hang out on the Whatnot. You don't have to buy anything to be on the stream. It's totally free, and it's a fun time, and it's a great community that we have over there. I'm selling some stuff to help us get through this time that we're in. You know what I mean? It's been one of those. So hopefully you guys come on through. Link is in the description below. Hopefully you guys show up to the live stream over on Whatnot. I'm 3 minutes behind. We're going to get over there right now. Hope you enjoyed this live stream. Stay tuned. I have a couple of Marvel Legends. Build-A-Figure Vulture I'm selling. I have a classified Serpentor that I ordered for somebody, then they weren't able to buy it, and then I asked a few friends and they weren't. So I have a Serpentor on there. I have a bunch of McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse figures that I reviewed already, but I have extras of that I can sell that I bought before I ended up getting samples. So I'm selling the ones that I bought. And yeah, I have more stuff over there that I'll be adding during the stream. So check me out on Whatnot right now. I'm going to get this all set up and everything. I'm going to get my tripod together. So I'll see you guys over on Whatnot. And thank you guys so much. All right. I will catch you later. Peace. And I should have a new review for you guys up tomorrow too. Wonder Man. I also have Bumblebee. I have some good stuff coming up on the channel. So stay tuned, you guys. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. And shout out to Jordan. Thank you for hanging out the whole stream and everything. So big ups to Jordan. Neither. I'm a French toast man. All right, you guys. Have a good night. Catch you later. Peace. Oh, and end broadcast right there.